Welcome to the Flow Show, a one-on-one conversation where we talk about mental health, we talk about cultural events, and we talk about lifestyle. Today, I have two good friends of mine who are absolutely hilarious, doing amazing things here in the DMV area, have, I will say, the number one platform here in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia metropolitan area. Walt and Jazz from the Tequila Talk. How you guys feeling?
I'm good.
I like
Thank you, Flo.
We starting low right now.
You see, I came in chill.
Thank you.
I had to give my co-host a little pep talk. I said, look.
What'd you tell him?
I need you to take 2 deep breaths before we get in here and get started.
Listen, today,
he's
I already explained to you, we're going to see the more serious side of Walt and Jazz today.
Okay.
So that people,
wait, who'd you explain that to?
Walt.
Oh, okay.
Because I figured you already have decorum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
For
already
sure.
behave
Me,
yourself.
okay.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? It's Walt who's the issue. Before we even begin with the questions and all that, I want to start with the show.
Yeah.
I want to promote the show in the
Thank
first couple
you.
seconds
Please.
so that we get that out the way.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to revert back to it throughout the show.
Of
So the show is happening March 16th,
Yes.
Saturday, March 16th. You
Yes.
guys are live.
Yes. At Union
Stage.
The Wharf.
Yes.
Are there tickets still available?
Yes.
There are
so
still tickets available. Tickets are only $25. You have $25. Even if you can't come, buy a ticket. We're at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Show starts. Same place as last time, Union Stage. We're super excited to see everybody.
And who we have opening the show?
Right
To
now
show
we
them
have,
some
we have
love.
DJ. We could tell everybody we got DJ Kid Fresh. She's gonna be
Okay.
bringing the music the whole time. We have our girls from Philly who have a hilarious podcast, Zaria and MJ. They'll be coming to call the Good Woman Bad People podcast.
Okay.
And also
I like
we have,
that name.
We have a Diva Unfiltered with Shay Parker and Dominica
Yes.
Diva.
He be talking crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
we might have some more guests as far as musical acts. If you've been to the first show, you know we had like a little music break in here and there because of our show.
We did.
Our show focuses on music, like sex, humor, relationships, comedy, things of that nature. So we try to blend all that into that show, a live
For
show.
sure.
I like that. And of course, I want to talk about the last show as well. The last show sold out.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's very important to say because you guys have some past success
Yes.
Yes.
already. So cheers to that. Let's take a shot to that.
yeah.
I want to take a shot to your
Take a sip.
success. You know what I'm saying? A little sip. You said a little sip. I'm going to drink this whole
Cheers.
thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip because you know I be in the gym. I try not to drink.
I
on the
need to get in that
weekdays.
gym. It's bad for me right now.
I gotta
Here
take
we
a
go. We
break.
wait
The
for Jack to
weekends
take a
are
shot.
bad. The weekends are pizza, alcohol, weeds,
Vagina.
That too.
Yeah.
Fucking the weekdays. I'm like, all right, broccoli, grilled salmon, grilled chicken.
That's all
You
he-
lying to yourself.
I'm dead serious.
No, that's all he really eats.
And then the weekend is when you
It's
let
bad.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So, look, I want to go through a bunch of different things. I got a bunch of questions and games
Sure.
that we want to do. So, But I
Okay.
want to start with your early life real quick.
Yeah.
So, before we begin on the success and everything else, let's do like a timeline.
Okay.
So, early life, you both are from where?
I'm from Maryland. Well, I was born in D.C., but grew up in Maryland.
And Jazz?
And I'm the opposite. I was born and raised in D.C. and moved to Moco for high school.
Oh, so your people got money and they was like, we going out to...
Well, both are. We can say it for both of mine. I mean,
Okay.
I grew up in Landover, but when we moved towards Bowie, that's when I was like, oh, we got money.
And then what high schools y'all went to?
I went to Blake High School in Silver Spring, Maryland.
That's in Silver Spring.
Yeah.
That's where
I
I
went to
live now.
Flowers.
And you went to Flowers.
Yeah, that's in Landover. Well, so Springdale, but yeah, whatever it's called.
Like, and then anybody, you went to college?
I went to Hampton.
I went to Temple University in
You
Philadelphia.
know, I got a nonprofit at Temple University right
Do
now.
you?
Yes, I have a male mentoring organization at Temple.
I think I knew
So
that,
yeah, I love those
The
guys
second
over
college
there.
won the CIAA.
The second college,
Your second
Lincoln.
col- your second
I would
college.
say
Your second
Lincoln.
home.
Lincoln would be like my second home. I DJ'd there one. I think that's where I met you through your
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
So I was very cool with the guys at PSU. Your brothers
Mm-hmm.
in PSU, and then that's when I met Walt when I used to DJ the on-campus parties at Lincoln University.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he used to be sneaking on campus.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
where I met you. Y'all have any siblings?
I do.
How many siblings you got, Jai?
I have a little sister.
Okay, and Walt.
You already know I have a
Yo,
little brother.
so that's it.
It's just me and Wes.
So y'all don't have like you don't have like no brothers, no sisters.
It's just me and my brother.
And it's me and my sister.
That's so. Does that like this dynamic of relationship you have kind of like serve as the I never grew up with a sister, I have Jazz now, and I never had a brother, so I have Walt now?
Did not think of that.
I actually, I was gonna say that's the first time I ever
Did
thought
not
of
know
it that
that.
way. I think like we both are older siblings,
yeah.
so we have that in common. There's more space between me and my sister than you and your brother.
Yeah, we're 2.5 years apart.
I'm just saying because you never grew up with a sister, and now you have Jazz, somebody you talk to every day and probably confide in and stuff like that.
I don't confide in Jazz.
You don't?
She be throwing fucking hate makers at me.
Because you probably need it to settle in.
Don't do that.
I told you we're gonna get into some things today. You
So,
probably
yeah.
need it, so she be on your ass.
Yeah, so I do think, I mean, I've never really framed our relationship that way as like a sibling relationship. But do I think of Walt as like a brother in a lot of ways? Sure. But it would be like my annoying little brother.
How the hell did y'all even meet in the first place?
Oh, I have a story.
I would like to hear the story.
See,
I'm gonna take a little drink.
Funny
You
thing
go-
is,
he really, y'all, he really enjoys telling this story. So go ahead.
hilarious.
I'm gonna let him tell
Funny
his
thing
story.
is, this
You
is
know.
not- this
If he's lying at any point, feel free to call him a liar.
yeah.
She's heard
I'll-
the story
Okay.
3-4 times,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she knows it.
And
ain't
on
you
top of
perfected
that,
the
I was
lie.
actually there for the story. So go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, no, it
Say
was.
no
It
more.
was. This is actually one of our monologues for our podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Don't give away
It's
too
actually
much.
our first monologue.
I think this time we're gonna shorten it up a little bit
Yeah.
more, but
Yeah.
basically I had my podcast Tequila Talk. Mm-hmm. It was before me and Jazz, and Jazz was on another podcast, Her with a Period, and they were supposed to come on my podcast. No one showed up but Jazz.
Again, older sister, older sibling,
Like it was
responsible.
5 girls on that
point,
show,
on point.
but one
Yeah.
came.
So it's
Holding it
me.
down, doing the right business.
Yeah, so
And-
we had a show. It was supposed to be a group, but it was just me. So it ended up being me and Tequila Talk. And the episode did really well.
It was really what she told some wild stories. She was fun. Okay, cool. After the show, I'm like, we had a good time. We sipping, we on a little tips. She's like, hey, I'm about to go get some drinks. Hey, Jazz, you want to get a drink with me? She said, for what? And I was like,
Damn.
fuck
I
you,
would have been
bitch.
like, I
Like,
love it.
I don't even know you no
I would have
more.
liked that. I would have liked that.
I did not.
So let me just say this. I was like maybe 30, 31, maybe 32.
30.
30.
Because
yeah.
I was 30.
Yeah, so I was definitely 30. So I was in that
I
like...
was fresh 30.
Yeah, when a
Feeling
woman
yourself.
turns 30, yeah, you really smelling yourself in
You
a
and
kind
your
of a
grown
different way.
woman
Yeah,
vibe.
you and you're like,
Okay.
what are your intentions? So to his credit, I was in that type of space in my life.
I remember.
And then I was also like, y'all have to remember, like, life has changed. This time jump between like pre-pandemic and post-pandemic has
Oh,
been
yeah.
crazy.
Facts.
So even back then, like a podcast was still kind of a
It was fairly
newish
new.
Yeah.
Not too many people
thing.
were doing it.
And I was
Absolutely.
like, these guys just want to talk to me. Like, okay, we did the show. Now the show's done. Like, we don't need to talk no more. Like,
Yeah, it was
why
like-
do you
she was
want
That's
like-
crazy.
She treated me like Janet Jackson did Tupac.
That's
So, like,
crazy.
After that, I think I don't know if I messaged you. I think you came back again, and he was like, "Yeah, what are your intentions with me?" I was like, "I don't even know you.
Okay.
Like, how you gonna just randomly? That's crazy.
That's literally the man's answer when they
Like I
they have
I just
intention they
met
don't
you.
wanna say.
Like I don't know what my intentions would be with you.
it was a, yeah, I did too much. I did
Okay.
too much.
I just wanted to get a drink.
And
It's
I
a-
found
but
that.
I look
Hang
at it
around
like it's like a protective shell for you. You feel
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
definitely true. But,
You just try to
right.
protect yourself.
But after that, we got cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got each other's numbers, but we got cool.
I mean, I think we had to have each other's numbers because I was coming
So,
to set.
yeah,
Yeah, like
so
open the door and I'm here.
We would
Yeah.
text about like Game of Thrones and stuff like that.
That's
I love
true.
Game of
We did
Thrones.
get tight over Game of Thrones.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Game
I
of
love it.
Thrones and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That would
and
do
then,
Yeah.
Pandemic, I kind of stopped the show. Near the end, I said, let's bring it back. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to have a woman co-host. Now, when I tell you, she was not on the list because I was
Okay.
like, no, she's mean, but we get along when we watch TV shows.
That's perfect.
So every
sound like a
person,
perfect.
I had like 3 people or 4 people, like they just
No,
know-
he had 5. I wasn't even on the list.
Okay, so what? She
Yeah.
remembers 5. Okay, I was trying to shorten it up.
Yeah, that's cool,
but
but-
5 people, and none of them could make it. And one of them was actually one of our managers now. That's what's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
So none of them could make it. And so I texted her, and I remember she moved at that time closer to where my brother was at. And I was like, we were recording at my brother's house. I was like, hey, if you can make it, if not, it's cool. So I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm like,
I like that.
all right.
A hustler spirit.
Because at the time, this was like pandemic. The world was still closed.
You want to get outside.
Nobody had shit to do. And like he said, it was about 15, 20 minutes from my house. I was like,
Fuck it.
Free tequila?
sure.
Yeah.
We just want to talk about some
And I
shit?
get to talk. Like, all right, cool.
I like that.
That's how it
And
happened.
then, and the funny thing is, like 3 months in, she's like, "Yeah, am I a part of the team?" Like, nigga, you been coming back here every week for 3 months. You on the show.
But she still had that mindset like she was still working towards a
That's
goal.
crazy.
You feel what I'm saying?
When
Yeah.
when she came and when she answered the call the first time, like, yeah, you're on.
Nah, that's an amazing story. I love the dynamic, and I
Yeah.
think you guys complement each other
We do.
very well. At what point did y'all even consider wanting to do media? Like, was it something that you always wanted to do, Jazz, or what? Like,
So
or did it just happen
my-
when y'all met that one time?
So I guess independently, like, my background, my college education is in communications.
Okay.
So I've always kind of had a background around communications. Like we said, the podcast space didn't really exist. I used to do, when I was in college, it was an online radio show.
All right.
That's what they call it.
Which I guess is a podcast, what we more or less would call like a podcast. But I didn't know specifically what I wanted to do. Like, I know I have a gift for obviously talking, for connecting. People talk to me really easily. People want my opinion about things. People take my advice about things. Obviously, there's the reality television aspect. I think, definitely an area Walt and I connect on. And I think people of our age in general, we grew up with like the original Real World, I Love New York,
Yep.
Flavor of Love, like... What was the show where they would get off the bus? Next.
That's my shit.
Oh, Next. I love Next.
Yeah, like Room Raiders. Like, we kind of grew up in a time where like
crazy.
TV was fun, pop culture was fun. So I've always enjoyed consuming pop culture, and I've always been a person who I think people are not curious about, but like what's going on over there. So it just kind of happened for me. I think we both kind of have different professional aspirations and communications, but we share, like I said, a lot of interests. First and foremost is
And for you, Walt,
Yeah,
when was
she
that
went to
moment?
school for this. I did not have. I learned the hard way. I'm still learning. I mean, I listened back to every episode like, oh, I suck. But it's more
It's
so.
good though. I think it's
Yeah.
raw, so you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. People
Right.
enjoy that.
so like I think a lot of times, sorry to cut you off, but if you listen to our interviews, like Walt will be like, so what brings you here? Where I know how to like ask a question a certain way. Like Walt asks leading questions, I ask open questions. And that's
like
just
that.
because like I've been to school for it. So I know how to like ask questions.
She's polishing you.
Yeah, like I know how to
Chill.
organize a speech. Like I know, the elements of story, 3 parts of elements of storytelling, of joke timing, of things like that. Where Walt has kind of more, as he said, raw talent that I just kind of have to.
I am.
But I also think that's
I
a
have
woman's
comedic
job.
timing
like,
and comedic, and I know what to say.
You do.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. We'll get people to say, "Oh, wow, that's wild."
Yes. Now back to answering the question.
But
yeah.
no, real. Me, I grew up in go-go. I was opening for Backyard when I was 13 years old.
Okay. You were in the go-go
Go-go
group,
band,
right?
yeah. So, and then I met people through that. As new impressions got bigger, I would get to college, mainly people, JID, Earth Gang, those are my friends. So I'm like, I got all these connections with people.
The name drops. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Name
could
drop.
do
You
some
earned
more.
this. You name drop.
Yeah,
This is what
it's-
you
I'll
earned.
pick them up. But like, so I have all these people that I'm connected. Like,
Don't
I
clap
know
for him.
of.
He
I
a
know
fool.
of. Like, even not just counting them, but it's other people like Gold Link, all them. And so I'm like, all right, I met all these people. They're cool with me. I met people in their crew that do things as well. So I'm like, well, as I was going to, I used to go to what's the event called Governor's Ball
Okay.
in New York every
New
year.
York,
That was my thing. And one year, I heard of a Comeback Jack show, and Dame
Yep.
Dash was on it. And Dame Dash and Comeback Jack were going back and forth, and I was listening to it the whole bus ride. up there.
Legendary.
And I'm like, what the fuck is a podcast? And that was like, I think it was like 2014, 2015. I was like, I want to do this shit. And that's how I got into it.
That's an amazing story. Well, that's very
Rest in peace,
inspiring.
Comeback Jack, though.
That's a very inspiring story.
Yes.
Also, on your show, I love, of course, people love like the wild questions and stuff like that. Me, I look at kind of like the more dynamic stuff. So I'm looking at like energy, how you guys give each other grades, bouncing back off each other, chemistry. So I look at more of like the behind the scenes things.
Sure.
And I think you guys do a great job of creating a safe space for people. So sometimes I might have the strongest, most hard person
Yeah.
up there, but by the time first 10 minutes going, you see them settle into themselves and able to speak well. So I think y'all do a great job at that. Like,
And I think, I mean, we both do a great job at that, but I think as far as like dudes that come in there with a face tat,
Yeah.
most gangster rap, like, bro, I've been around this all my life. These are my friends. Like,
it's actually
but I know all of them
interesting.
were like hilarious. Most people I know that they were like went to jail and did all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, if you hang with these dudes, they're funny as shit.
Because they come on and they sit next to me and they say, Jazz, I'm so scared of you. And I'm like, why are you scared? Like, because you really have a presence and an air that kind
I
of
like
makes,
that.
But that's like, we have a conversation with our guests before each show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we don't run a live show.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like if you get stuck in a sentence, you lose your place, you say something you don't like, we
Don't
can
matter.
start over.
Cut it off.
If we go down something you ain't trying to talk about, tell us. Like, we're here to talk to you. We're not trying to make a moment, no gotcha questions. We're not trying to go viral. Every single moment that we've had that's had traction, We don't plan any of it. It's just
even like me rubbing
genuinely-
your feet.
That was
I
wild.
literally thought about that because of the tequila.
Yes.
It was tequila. You feel
And
me?
that's the other thing I think people don't realize. Like, Walt and I are like alcohol. Like, we drink.
I learned.
Yeah.
I learned the hard
I
way.
was just fine. I went.
Yeah,
I
like-
was fucked up.
And,
when I
I-
left there.
and we went to a day party after.
Right,
I was
like-
like, all right,
I went home.
The day
I had to go to
started.
sleep.
Between Walt and I, we can spit. Like, we can do a bottle of tequila
I
ourselves.
can look at you like I can have this drink and
So
like, yeah, we're
people,
good.
Fucked
yeah, people
up.
come on and they're kind of like, oh, shot. And Walt and I like, all right,
Listen,
we will drink you under the table.
I'm about to say I'm no longer drinking people underneath the table. I've earned my stripes.
Yes,
I'm an OG now.
you a legend at this.
I'm hanging my jersey in the Raptors. You young niggas, I can drink more than you walk. Like, yes, you can.
Probably so.
You should. You're 20 something.
I was fucked up on y'all show.
A lot of people, and that's the funny part. We've had people who have been overserved, and you could tell. Like, you can always tell. Like, the
Yeah,
overserved eyes are like when they're looking at you, but they're looking like
Past you.
And
through
then,
you.
and then you ask them
you
one
just-
question, and that
And
question
then
turns
next thing
into
you
10
know,
minutes.
yeah. And then they start dissing flow, stuff like that.
And the
No
other
one
thing,
has dissed you on our
Yes,
show.
they did.
I didn't hear a word. No one
I
said
ain't
fuck
Nobody
Flo.
said
I
fuck
ain't
flow.
I
It was
ain't
like indirect dissing.
But
It
this
was
is
like
the other
indirect.
thing you have to realize, right? That's interesting about our show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, especially men, and we talk about this all the time, don't have a chance to express themselves.
At all.
Don't have an opportunity to get their thoughts off, really outside of even maybe Twitter. So when they come on our show, it's really their opportunity to say whatever it is we have to say. We got you 3 sheets to the wind. So people do tend to ta-da-da. And that's what we actually get is people for the first time are kind of not even getting their shots off, but really expressing themselves. And so that's when you get some of the stuff that you get that,
And I do some of the clips, and I try to cut. I was like, I don't want to
We
do
cut.
this. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, we cut.
So do y'all cut all the time, or is it like
we
this
cut
is
every
too
episode.
outrageous?
No, we cut every single
No, I don't
episode.
I mean, I'm not saying cut out the episode,
Yeah.
but the clips is what gets people in and what get people going crazy. So it's like certain people are like, yo, do you really want this to be out there?
And what they-
yeah. I'm like,
And then you kind of you're saving them basically.
we be
essentially?
trying. We have
So y'all
saved
have-
some people- we have
y'all had,
saved
like-
some people from themselves.
Y'all had viral moments that y'all was like, yo, listen, we could go viral.
I could go back
But
to some
I'm not-
episodes
but
like
I'm
cut a
not
clip
gonna
right
do
now.
that.
I know it's a 1 million view clip.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Y'all might gotta save that for a
sure.
later, like a later.
Oh, we have a
every episode's on my hard drive.
ho. We will have a Patreon. Coming
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're going that.
Yeah.
Pay us.
We need that. So speaking with that, what are some of y'all top episodes, like the ones that y'all had the most memorable moments or probably the funniest moments? Like, give me 5.
So for me, for sure, I love when I had our girl Marilyn Rivers on.
I knew
Okay.
it came early.
From Baltimore?
Yeah, from Baltimore.
She
Okay,
called
okay.
me and said, "Why I'm not the host of the Tequila Talk Live?" I'm like,
Okay.
My sister's doing it. That's fine.
Exactly.
But she's a great guest. She's a fun girl. She had fun. I love having women on.
We saved her too.
Yeah, we saved her too.
She was
Marilyn,
twerking on.
I know
She was
Marilyn.
twerking on the couch.
Yeah.
I was like,
We
yo,
saved her too.
cut the camera.
She was twerking on the couch.
That
Yes.
was a good
How much
episode.
tequila y'all gave her?
Normal amount?
We drink.
A normal amount is a lot.
We drink.
What are
That
some
was
other
good.
other episodes that you guys just memorable moments?
I love Flock's episode.
I'm about to say I was throwing big flop.
For sure,
Big Flock
100%. Because we were able to actually talk. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize is we shoot a 2-hour to 90-minute show.
Yeah.
But we know how the algorithm works. We give red meat to our base. But we shoot a show that has a lot of other content on it, which is actually like tough sometimes, right? Because we don't want to be pigeonholed into X show. Like we get, I get the, like, y'all have to remember, Walt and I are old and Wyatt and I are outside. So we're aware of what's said in group chats. We're aware of what's said in Twitter. We're aware.
It's what they saying. In
Yeah,
the group
we're
chats.
aware of
What are they
everything.
saying?
Like
What are
we
they saying?
get it all. Like we hear what y'all
Oh, we
people
see it.
say. We
Like
get,
what?
we hear the
Like what's
sneak
something?
diss.
Like what? Give
Yeah,
me
we
something
hear the
like
sneak
what?
disses. We hear all that shit.
Like
right?
Every time
what?
I say something, I get in trouble, right?
Like
I
what?
didn't shoot myself in the foot again this time.
Oh
That'd be
man.
2 times in 1 week.
Like what? What are some things
we-
people say? What are
You
some
know,
things-
like
I
people
can't post
say.
stuff on Twitter no more.
People
What's the wildest
say,
rumor y'all heard about the show?
Oh, they already think we fucking.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
yeah, no.
Oh, we're good.
That's not-
We are.
So
we are
that's
good.
yeah. So Walt and I, that's the easiest rumor. You know, people say all sorts of stuff about us as people, as our character, as who we are as individuals.
No way.
People say, you know, we don't represent the DMV. We're, you know,
We never
not.
got an award for nothing. We never even been on a list.
And that's the thing, right?
Does that bother y'all?
that
It
what?
did when I was young, when I was like coming up, but now that we got attention from like basically Atlantic Records or like the Atlantic Records of Def Jam, when they got artists coming in town, like, "Yeah, come here." So like, okay, well, these niggas know us, so we're good.
So this is the thing. Like, when you find our show, wherever you find our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, blah, 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 we are in the comedy section, folks.
Yes.
We are in the comedy section.
We're not comedians.
We're not in lifestyle.
Yeah.
We're not in self-help. We're not in personal development or growth, right? Like, we have a very specific show. Now, as I said, we shoot a 90-minute show. If you feel like what we're putting out doesn't represent the DMV, then engage with our content that does. Every single artist that comes on our platform shares their backstory. Every single
people, Jazz.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm tired of these
But
people,
hear me out.
No,
I
hold
don't
on,
want.
hold on.
Go ahead, Jazz.
Every single artist talks about a grind. Every single artist talks about a good story. And the thing that is so funny about these phones, right? Go to Tequila Talk Podcast and look at our views and take a gander at which view does what. It's not that we're not giving you this. It's not that we're not giving good content. It's that this is what is fed. So I think that can be a little frustrating, that it's a double-edged sword. We kind of get pigeonholed into one box as to what we are, but at the same time, this is what you've made us.
And as me, I don't give a shit about being a DMV podcast person. No, I'm being dead serious because I grew up in it.
And that's the other thing about we've been outside we've been popular forever.
I've been
Talk your shit,
We've been popular forever.
that shit.
I've been
Talk
pretty
that
my
shit.
whole life.
I like that.
So
I like
I've been
that.
outside my whole life.
I've heard this shit. Like everything we're doing now that we hear that's negative, I ignore. I don't even like. It takes a little while, but I find the humor in our comments.
Okay.
People from out of town, oh, we fuck with y'all in Detroit, you fuck with y'all in Atlanta. Because I'm like,
That get love a lot of
the
places.
people in the DC, Maryland area could feel that way, but. Nigga, I was opening for Backyard 13. Nigga,
Talk your shit.
I was the
you gotta understand,
the
like,
band that y'all love, New Pressures. Oh, Statement to the Game. I was all over that CD. Like I'm in. So then when we were doing that, oh, y'all just a Merlin niggas. Y'all ain't DC niggas. It's always
Like, y'all
something.
gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand.
Exactly. So I learned that it's never gonna happen.
When Cam came to shoot Hey Ma at Love,
We shot
DC,
that nigga.
okay, chill,
okay,
hold on.
we
about to
was
say?
outside still. Like, y'all
Oh,
kind
y'all
of
showing your age for real.
Okay.
I was at Love, yeah.
We was in love. We
What? I was in
still
college.
in the
You was-
Velvet Room in Love.
I
I'm
was 21
35.
up.
I'm 35.
Oh, we right. You were in the range.
I'm
You
close.
in
I'm close.
You in the
I'm
range.
close.
You
You
see
a little
the
behind.
grades
I was
coming
gonna
in,
say,
right?
I got like 4 gray hairs. It's almost there.
I got
Go to
17,
court like me.
so.
You'll get them
What's
all.
what's the toughest thing about doing the job? The toughest thing.
Consistency.
So we work
Consistency.
every
Consistency.
single Saturday. We miss baby showers, christenings,
Yeah.
brunch, vacations, staycations,
Vacations,
trips,
too?
everything. We show up.
If
we have a family
if we have like say she has some, like
have a baby nephew.
yeah, if that or a vacation lined up or someone going
course.
out of town like, hey, we gotta record Thursday.
Okay.
But we
Because-
make up. Yeah.
Yo, or we gonna do 2 this week because hey, we gonna be out of town, something like that. But yeah, it's because people really think you just show up, get on the mic. Oh, we gonna blow up
Oh,
today.
no, not at all.
And I think and I see, you know this.
I'm
like,
learning it.
exactly.
It don't
we
go like
have,
this.
We have a
Man.
crew,
and you popping.
and we have,
And
you
it's-
know,
and it's a grind.
And I will say, like, our crew is, and quite frankly, in my opinion, one of the best crews in the city.
I agree.
They work for multiple shows.
Yep.
We are very, very fortunate that we're the flagship show, but it's a lot. It's not just us; it's our crew. They're with us all day
And
Saturday.
then they come to
They're
Saturday.
trailing behind us at events. They're out there sweating with us. Well, you know, we're talent, but it's a lot that goes into it.
And
you know?
then once they're done, the editing.
And that's the other part, right? Like, we get to sit here
This
and
is a whole
and-
week process.
Yeah, we get to sit here and
Every week.
look like rock stars and get made up and dressed up and you know, drink and have a good time.
Yeah.
And I say, see y'all next week.
It's
Our
not over.
crew
Back
is
to
here,
work. It's
has
not over.
another
Finding the
hour.
clips.
Yeah.
It's fun that night. But once
Coming
we
up
do the
with
show-
when y'all drop in the whole marketing
Finding
campaign.
the clips, dropping the clips, putting
And
the
shout out
clips
to
together.
okay, I don't know if we can shout them out here, but
You can shout out whoever you
I mean,
want.
shout out to 12 DC for letting
Yeah.
us have the space that we can work out of to build our own set.
Like, I think
But-
people also have to
it's
realize
a lot that goes
it's a
into that
lot.
shit.
Like, we have a set.
And that shit costs. Like that bar, or the table, the chairs, the couch, the motherfucker, the pictures in the back. Like nigga, that's like well, I ain't gonna say how
Like,
much it
we
costs in
have-
that set because I
we-
don't
Nah,
want to
I
be
would,
up.
I would love for people. I would love for
The
you
mics.
to. I would love for you to be transparent so that people who look up to you guys or want to do
Just equipment
what
by
you
itself.
do
Yeah. So
know the reality of our
Without the set,
finances.
Yeah,
without
you-
the set,
yeah, well,
without
go
the
ahead.
set,
Yeah.
just equipment by itself, you're looking at 1,000 plus.
A stack
more
easy.
than that. more than that.
I mean, oh yeah, you're
You
right.
talking
'Cause
about
I'm just talking about the
cameras
mics. I ain't bring up the cameras.
Oh, you just talking about the mics?
I'm talking the mics to set up like that. When you get to the cameras,
Yeah.
oh, all together, that's like about 5-6 G's right there.
And then that's
Maybe
not
more.
even like decorating.
Yeah, so I'm
everything
literally
else.
in the process right now of building a set for another show, and we're already like 2,500 in.
Jesus.
And and that's not, we're again very blessed and fortunate that we can use our crew for that. But that was a set from the ground up. So I mean, you're walking into a white room. That room has to be painted. I don't like no cheap shit. So I need premium paint. I need floor to ceiling curtains. I need curtain rods. Those curtain rods have to be installed.
Sense, baby.
I need seating. I need rugs. I need backlighting. I need glasses. I need multiple glasses because sometimes I want to drink champagne. Sometimes I want to drink a shot glass. Sometimes I want to drink a cocktail.
What?
This is a different show.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, but I'm saying like people.
But she's doing like she's
come up to
doing
me
her
all
show
the time and say that. That's just kind of like before we walk in set, right? As a woman, I have to have a new outfit.
Yep.
Every single week.
Me and Walker just wear black tees.
And that's what I'm
we'll be
saying.
fine.
This is
Every
a different show.
single week.
She's doing a show with another girl. It's like,
I'll
I'll pull
about
in
it
like
a
this.
little.
Like, it's
We
okay.
can wear black tee. Fine.
We're good.
More
No
than that,
shower, no lotion.
More than that,
Oh,
I have to
like
work
this.
with my crew who's in between shooting 3 other shows. I have to get my crew in there. I have to be able to pay my crew. I have to be able to, while I'm talking to the camera, take a mental note that we've been shooting for 27 minutes and this is actually something I want to pull right now. So to eye my crew to know, pull this clip right now. It's a lot of work. So when you DM us
just told
and
me
say, you should have me on our show, my response is always going to be, for what?
That was me at first, y'all. I used to bug him too. You
No.
told me something.
You
'Cause
never
now I
bugged
need
us.
to start doing the 27,
Yeah.
28 million. I need to start doing that myself.
Or just wait till somebody says some shit and he's like, hey, mark that time.
My dumb ass literally watches
you're
the
not
whole
gonna forget.
thing.
No,
You can't
you're
and be
not going to do
and then be
it.
watching.
No. You always got to know the time marks because it's more so like, hey, what time? Like, say I come over here and say something about ass eating right now.
I'm
It's
not
like,
doing that. It's
oh, this is
mental.
wow. Hey,
It's the grown up. It's the grown up show.
Hey, I'm just saying, the content that comes with Tequila Talk.
Yeah.
I say some wild stuff. It brings a big laugh in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is gonna work. And so when I say this is gonna work, I already know my mental note is like we've been recording for like 30 minutes. All right, check around the 30 to 50 minute mark. It's got to be right here, and I scan through that part, and I'm like, all right, this is it. Then I chop it up.
Yeah.
That's tough. And of course, we're in Women's History Month, so well, no disrespect. I want to talk to Jazz. You
No
feel me?
problem.
I love the
Jazz, you're a woman in this space that's excelling.
Yes.
You're succeeding.
Yes.
What are the best things about that
Mm-hmm.
and the worst things about it, navigating through that space, being a woman amongst so many men in a male-dominated space as well?
Sure. So the best thing is always you do get a certain level of like princess treatment. As I said, when we have men in the studio, everyone kind of straightens up.
Okay.
When I'm in the space.
I like that.
Like everybody's kind of on point. Everybody pulls themselves together. Everyone's very respectful. I think the other part about it that is challenging is being a woman in this space. You are always associated with a man, right? So first, and it's always your sexual association.
Okay.
So first, everyone wants to know if I'm fucking Walt. I'm not. I'm not. We've never had.
Not even your type.
Yeah, we don't fuck. We never have.
I am her type.
He's not even your type. You like tall guys.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, tall guys, right?
Let's not start.
And you see how we get, that's a clip right there. Just see that's how you supposed to do it.
I think definitely the best parts are I get DMs and I see women all the time who come up to me and say, I love you so much. Thank you for talking about this. After an episode, it was so crazy. We did an episode with, what should we call her? Destiny Creams or Fit Mommy?
Fit Mommy, but it's Destiny Creams on Pornhub.
Light-skinned lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
She in here.
I seen her. Yeah, I seen her.
That's
Yeah,
a
I seen
homie.
that
That's a
one,
homie.
yeah.
She cool shit.
And she was like dating somebody, right?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say the name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she was, she works and she was like, after you do a scene, you kind of have to take care of things down there. And I was like, oh yeah, you have to use it. But I'll get DMs from them being like, Jazz, what was the name of that product you mentioned? What was that thing that you used when you did that? People know, I'm a mom. I have a teenager. That's always interesting because, My daughter loves me incredibly, but she thinks the show is the stupidest thing ever.
Oh, she's on the internet.
Yeah.
That's
She's like 14, right?
She's in high school, so like the thing
hates
is
me.
they consume the same
So
content.
her friends see the clips as well?
Yeah, so
I
her
found out this
friends,
weekend that her mom, her friends, like parents, like, Jazz is a famous podcaster.
They watching.
Yeah.
They watching for
Yeah.
sure.
I was like, what?
Yeah, so that's different. Like my daughter knows that I'm somebody outside, so that's very cool for her, but she also doesn't give a fuck because my daughter's been with me. I'm a single parent from day one. Like I come out of promoting space. So my daughter's been in Bar 7, Ozio, Cafe Asia, St. Ives,
Damn.
Rose
Capital.
Bar, Capital.
Shadow Room.
This is boring
She's
to her.
been upstairs in every single office in pretty much every nightclub in the city. So she's also always has watched me work. So those are the great parts. The down parts are it's a lot. You have an opinion. I always say, I don't care what the internet thinks. The internet cares what I think. But people can make it very real. Like I get death threats. I get
What?
Oh yes.
I
I
got
get
you.
death threats. I get people threatening to call CPS. I get told I'm worthless, will never be married, valueless, no man will ever have me, as if being married or having a man is a mark of value.
Makes you someone
because
special.
it absolutely is
It
not
doesn't.
for me. And
No,
there's,
it's
there's
all
no
for
shade.
life.
Just having an
doesn't.
opinion.
Yeah,
It
no
doesn't.
shade. And there's please don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a wife. But
But it's not the
I have a very different life. I'm not hashtag like mama of da da da. I'm not white. I'm Jazz fucking Coop, and I stand on that shit by myself. That can be very intimidating for men. It's very challenging for me to date because I'm outside. And him and I talk about it. I was talking to one of my good guy friends recently, and we just literally like had a very honest conversation and went through my Instagram. And he was like, this one, that one, this one, that one, of guys that he's heard that I date. And I'm like, I never even met him. Or I met him in
niggas is
passing.
lying on the.
I've had niggas.
It's not even on a date. It's lying on a date.
I'm just gonna shut up on that one.
And what? You find yourself having to protect Jazz?
No,
a lot?
it's more so once Jazz came on the show and the show got successful when me and Jazz bounced off each other, seeing the messages. I post the clips and I tag myself. I make myself a collaborator. So I see everything. So just seeing that, it's always the dudes. I always show Jazz, just go to the page. If he's following 1,000 people and only one person follows him,
It's a fake
fuck
page.
that guy.
It might be a
Don't
woman.
listen- yeah, exactly. Don't even listen to it. But she can't.
It's not even that. No, it's not that. It's not so much that. It's that this in DC, and I'm sure you've observed this, right? Like this little in crowd is small.
Yeah.
We all went to high school together, college together, ran track together, roommates, whatever the case may be. And I think for women specifically, it's really hard to have a name that is, I don't want to say unblemished, but unsullied. Like one thing that I will say, and I talk about it every single week on my show, I will stand up and take every single dick that I ever had. But it's very challenging when guys are associating themselves with you and saying all this other weird shit in rooms that you're not even in. Shit gets spread around. It's just a lot. And it's also makes me feel like, who do you think, or because of how I present myself online on this specific platform, you feel like you can play with me? Or you can play with my name?
It's like they just want to kind of like connect themselves to you because your brand is growing so much. So it kind of like increases their value.
Exactly.
The fact that they used to deal with
Exactly.
a Jazz Cooper.
Exactly.
So how do you deal with that, like mentally dealing with everything that's going on? Like, is
It's
it
really-
pressure? Do you have anxiety when y'all go out?
So for me, like I will say, like on mental health, like I definitely have social anxiety. I am naturally a extraordinarily introverted person to the point I'm like painfully shy.
And what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus. I'm
Okay,
an earth
my
sign.
mom was like that.
So Walt gets his energy from people. Walt fills up spaces with his personality where I tend to retreat. So it's very hard for me outside because we were just outside, and when we got to another bar, I was literally like out of breath because we were being greeted and pulled on so much. So it is very challenging for me outside to deal with it. It's also very challenging because everybody wants something from you. Everybody wants to ask you something. Everybody needs something.
Yep.
Everybody wants to connect. Everybody wants to tell you something. It is, when I tell you, by the time we got to the bar, I was literally like,
And I'm over there. Yeah, I got you, bro. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit your phone. You know, I'll be spinning them up. I'll be spinning niggas like a motherfucker. I'm gonna text you.
And so that's where the balance happens, where I can almost retreat behind him, and he will take a lot of that for me because But again, it's a double-edged sword for women, right? I'm expressing to you, I'm painfully shy. I'm a shy person, but it comes across standoffish. It comes across as uptight. It comes across as whatever way, but it's really I'm in myself. It's also challenging in terms of dating.
I was just about to ask that next.
Yeah.
So as far as dating,
Yeah.
how does y'all dynamic together? Success on the show, especially as a woman and as a man. That's fine. Y'all about to get a sponsorship anyway. Well,
Yeah, we good. We good. No. We about to talk about that.
Listen,
we about
the
to talk,
conversation,
this
of
whole
course,
conversation has been
by,
very buttoned up and very proper, but we're about to switch
Remy
this shit
Martin.
up, my nigga.
No, I told you we wrangling it in.
Oh, sorry.
He wasn't wrangling it in. He didn't want Walt like Walt. He wants Walter.
People want to know, another side of y'all. So I like this.
But real quick, before you switch that real switch, I will say this: being on the show with Jazz and seeing the popularity and the subject matter that we talk about has turned me into a full feminist.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's bad.
Thank
A
you.
full feminist?
Niggas
Oh,
ain't
because you're
shit.
saying
I see the worst of the worst of the worst when it comes to my mentions. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't.
get
She's not a
tagged in
collaborator.
anything.
She's not a collaborator. I'm a collaborator. So when I see her say, "Oh, I don't like this type of date," and I see like 10 niggas, this bitch need to die.
10.
Like, okay, 105.
Come
but
on
still,
now.
It be
It
like, it be
can't
10,
be that bad. It
it's
can't be that
bad, bro.
It's bad.
I'm not even.
I'll be in the comments
for this,
sometimes.
But this time, for this type of situation right now, this is not even Walt talking. This is Walt. I'm being dead fucking serious.
Welcome, Walter.
Like, it was like, it's a whole different person. But it's motherfucking, when I see those comments, and I'm like, bro, she just said she don't want to walk over a bridge with a nigga the first time she met him. Have y'all ever watched SVU? Like, this
Real
is
talk. Real talk.
Sounds like
I
murder.
love Olivia Benson.
Like, nigga, this does not sound good. And they just like, yo, the bitches should be out here preaching. We the prizes. And I'm like, oh, we done reached a whole different market.
Nah, that's
Fuck
tough.
all these niggas. So
tough.
I see that, and I'm like, she can't even tell you what she don't like, and without you wanting her to die.
So how do your opinion affect your dating though? So
wanna
do like
For
do
her
guys?
dating?
Yeah, both of y'all.
You go.
Are you single?
I'm good, bro.
You in a relationship right now?
I'm out this
All right, so
conversation.
listen. Before
Don't get me caught up on these streets.
Before you were
That bitch
in
stabs.
what I'm saying, before you was in a relationship, was it
Nigga,
like
I'm a whore.
Oh my goodness!
The fuck you mean challenging me? I talk about only a podcast.
A refurbished one.
I was on a
But that
podcast-
could just be
Not
talk though.
refurbish.
I have
That
never
could just
left.
be talk though.
Nah, there's no cap on our app.
Nigga,
Every story we tell on
live
our
my
show
rap.
is a
So
real
when
story.
you
Bar for
say
bar.
so when you say
word for word.
So when you say you get your ass ate, that's like
It
a
happened.
word.
It happened twice.
I thought you was playing, bro.
No, it happened twice.
I thought you was playing.
No, it happened.
So when you
twice.
talk about like a guy taking you out on a date,
No, a guy never took me on a date. Don't hype that up. I was at the bar.
I almost choked.
I was broke. I was like, bro, right there.
I see you didn't answer my question in the comments. Did he pay for the bill?
I pay for that. I pay for my bill. He
So
paid
you
for his own
treated.
bill.
You
Oh, y'all
treated.
went Dutch.
Fuck you, nigga. No, real shit.
y'all went
Like,
Dutch.
hear me out. In areas like DC and Atlanta, and especially with the content I put out there,
Absolutely.
it's like motherfucking. I will say this. Her DMs be with weird ass niggas.
Yeah.
My DMs be with weird ass niggas too.
Just trying you out. Is gay men have like a gaydar.
Gay-
Nah,
Gaydar.
fuck out here, nigga.
It's something that you
It
do.
ain't.
So like when Shannon Sharp came out the car,
No, he had 5. He had like 4 hip replacements. Bad knees.
that's the messed up part because I know that.
Yeah,
but
facts.
everybody else don't know that.
Like this nigga,
So when they see him stand.
he can't walk a certain way. But
That's because we understand that.
real
People don't
shit.
know
I
that.
mean, I think my homegirl broke it down for me real good. She was like, "Yo, because you be wild, like it's a lot of download niggas out here. She's like, because you be wilding on the internet, it's like he
They're
might
like,
go,
because he's too
might-
freaky.
He might go for
try
it.
other things.
I'm like, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Like it's all strictly for the bitches, nigga. Like
So
50 Cent said.
Tequila bought you a lot of women.
Oh yeah, the women, yeah, but the dudes come too, and I be like, hey, I fuck with your sexuality, bro. You cool, but like I don't do that.
That's good though.
I
At least- but
don't diss
you
nobody.
you fully support them.
I
though.
don't diss nobody. I don't go in like, yo, I will beat the fuck out. I don't do none of that.
I think you can't go that hard because when you go that hard, then they think you got something to hide.
like
They already know you like
me
your
now.
ass ate. Jazz, so Jazz. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you'll get me
still,
fired.
you almost
You're
knocked my drink over.
You're not gonna get me fired. You're not gonna get me
Oh my
fired.
god,
You're not gonna get me fired.
Right.
Jazz.
Yeah.
How was it you dating? with
It's
all the success
challenging.
and as a woman.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging. I am, I feel like my life runs in two parallel tracks, right? In my real life, I'm a boss. I'm 15 years into my career. I've always been a single mother. I own a house. I own another house.
Talk your shit.
I drive a luxury truck off the showroom floor. We go on vacation multiple times.
Yes,
I have a
we
big full
doing
life.
good.
We doing
good.
I have a big full life. Yeah, I have a house I own free and clear.
So guys are scared of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. And on top of that, I have an opinion. And I think that is what is more scary than anything else. Because one, not to say like I know how old I am. I'm 36. I'll be 37 next year. But I'm in spaces that are a little younger and I look a little younger.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I meet guys and I talk to them or they take me out, I can literally see the wheels turning when they're like course correct.
Oh man.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, no, that's just not going to work.
So what type of guy does Jazz like? Like, I want to know Jazz's type.
You can ask her a type, but I don't like niggas that be disrespecting Jazz. Like, that's the same person.
Talk your shit. We're going to clip this right here.
I don't.
Give him a... Where's your camera?
Nah, because, I don't like niggas that be like, they be trying to fuck with Jazz, but don't be trying to fuck with Jazz. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do this, that, and third, but you going to be on here on the side.
Well,
like, nigga, this fucking Jazz.
You have some nerve.
There's some Jazz. I mean, that's my people's.
Yeah, I feel you, but you have some nerve.
But I'm support.
You got to do the same thing you asking other people to do.
No, I don't. Why?
What? That's called being a hypocrite.
And?
Yeah,
I'll be that.
We stand on our shit.
I'll be that.
That's called being a hypocrite.
I don't give a fuck.
You got to do the same. And you just said you
hypocritical for all my life. Hypocritical. I can't say words. Hypocritical all my life.
Nah,
everybody is.
You got to do the same thing.
I don't give a fuck. This is Jazz.
It's the circle of life.
Man, fuck that circle.
Jazz is in the jungle. What type of guy did you like? Let's do some math in there. How many people are in the DMV?
All
men,
right.
like how many men you think is in the DMV right now?
1 million. 500,000.
Let's do 500,000.
It is actually,
we have 500,000.
It's 900,000 in the DMV actually on total. So yeah, I'll say the men.
500,000.
All right, so let's do 500,000 of men, right?
Yeah.
What type of men you want somebody?
Well, actually, technically, let's say that's 250K because
we about to break this down.
Be locked up.
500,000. So you want a black or white man? Doesn't matter. Or you teetering the line now?
Black. Yeah.
Black. So let's slice that in half. So we had 250.
Sure.
Do they gotta be college educated?
No.
No. Oh, 250 still there.
Yeah.
Well, a certain age, of course, right?
Yes.
So what's the age? What's the age bracket?
33 to probably 53.
30. Oh, you're like I'm young. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. To 53.
The youngest I ever was 21.
You are.
How was that?
R. Kelly.
No, that's not R. Kelly because he's 21.
Marshmallow.
But how was that?
I'm playing.
Fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
What did y'all talk about? We
ain't talking about nothing. We have fun.
It was just like, yo, beat me here. That's it.
Yeah. It was like every day
I remember
was
those.
new.
I remember those days getting taken advantage of all the women.
Every day was new. Every day was different. Every day was no, but everybody who knows me knows like the tall, quiet, lanky nigga, weird nigga in the corner is my guy.
Is yours? Yeah. Okay, so we'll be.
But separate from that, I think what is the number one thing, you have to understand my life.
Okay.
And I think what's difficult for guys are very used to being number one.
Territorial.
Yeah. So when you date somebody who is number one, it can be really challenging to understand your space on top of the fact that like, I don't need my bills paid. I don't need I've already had a kid. I ain't really looking to have no baby, choppy with no, like it's different. Right. So I'm looking for somebody who understands the pace of my life. But who also like sees that I'm a star.
Yeah,
and that's why I brought the last comment. I was like, "Yo, stop playing, bro." Like, I be. Jazz talks to me. I'm not gonna put her business on blast, but I'm like, bro, like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck on trying to get her to like be on this,
it's
like
the circle of life, bro.
I don't give a fuck about that circle. Fuck that circle.
But what I will say about Wall and I that helps, our relationship is,
I'll beat the fuck out
and
of
our
these
show
niggas.
and everything else is we are genuine because we didn't date. So we are genuinely friends. So I can genuinely call him in good and bad. And I know, like, as someone who genuinely loves me, who does not have, like, pussy at the end of the rainbow, he's going to tell me what I need.
So you be vetting the guys?
But no, I don't vet nothing. I don't give a fuck with that. I'm cool. But if I feel like, hey, bro, like, he ain't, this ain't you. Like, Jazz, this ain't you. You ain't going for this. Why you going for this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
we know why.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
All of my guy friends, I will say,
'Cause I ain't shit.
don't play about me, and but I also don't tend to tell my guy friends who I date.
Yeah, I don't
Because
want
they
to know.
don't play
I don't want to know.
And you're not telling them the whole truth.
I don't want. Honestly, I never. In most
No, I tell
cases,
the
I don't.
no. I tell the whole truth.
But I never
tell the
know.
truth.
I never because
Yeah.
most times I'm gonna run into a nigga and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, man, holla at me real quick."
You're like, come on, so why are you playing with that?
But I mean, I get it. Like you said, circle of life.
It's a circle of life. War.
But I was always every girl I fucked off with. I was always good to. I'm cool.
Why you want?
She knows I'm cool with a million
why would
girls.
you want to get yourself canceled on her?
And then on top of that, every
girl I
guy,
fucked
like
up on,
All it takes is one.
so in terms of the show,
Eh?
so every guy that I meet
vibes
since the
good.
show does ask like,
It was
"Oh,
her fault.
is this going to end up on the show?" And
Oh my god,
it happens all the time.
I would think that though.
all the time. Every
I would
single
think
guy.
that if it was a good,
Every single guy.
experience, I would think that you
good
wanna share
or
it.
bad.
No,
Good
mostly
or
bad. It's going.
Most-
And then some. So like one guy is cool. I'm like still cool with. So I'll tell him like I'm about to tell this story.
Yeah.
And he'll agree
Cause
on
I know
it.
you was on the show. You talked about a young lady who was getting fellatio and she had a condom still stuck in her.
Yeah.
Like, do these people get mad when I tell these stories?
I ain't say your
So
name.
that story, yeah, like that's the other part. Like again, and
Do
we
you
say
want to
this,
admit this?
Exactly. Like y'all have to realize we've been outside for 20 fucking.
It could have been
years.
last week. It could have been 10 years
this is
ago.
true.
And I think that people like, y'all ain't lit. But like when we tell stories, I think people tend to believe like we're talking about last week,
Yeah.
or last month. We've been outside. We've been popular for 20 fucking years, dog. So the story that I told happened 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean everything I say.
So
is
even
past.
if she remembers the story,
nothing ever happened.
it was a lifetime ago.
I just figured like people would start to get mad at you guys.
No,
for stuff like that too.
I mean, I've had
I've
stuff.
told recent stuff of things, and I've said to the guy like, "Yo, I'm about to tell this story on the show," and he's like, "Okay, that's totally fine." And I say like, we make, and everybody who's in, right? There's an it here, right? Whether you're on a podcast, whether you're on reality TV, whether there's an it here. There's if you're on reality TV, there's a story producer, right? Who produces your story. So Walt and I may have a conversation. Walt and I be fighting over text. Full knockout,
It
drag
hasn't
out
happened in a month.
in a month. We've had a good
oh, this is 30 days.
It's been a good month.
Okay, good.
Right? But if we were shooting a show, that's not exciting. Nobody wants to see me on my couch in my headscarf and no makeup and him, Winnie the Pooh in his house. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I do Winnie the Pooh.
If we were on a show,
Stop it.
they would make us come have lunch and we would have the conversation we would have anyway, but we're making a show. So there is an in here. There is an it here. There's a wink and a nod here. And I think that is the part that's challenging with dating is I'm going to tell a story, but I'm going to tell it in a way.
Yeah.
So there's a story that I told about a guy that, and I love this story about how he winked at me across the room.
Yeah.
And I said, I fucked a nigga the next week.
I like that.
Okay. The reality is we started dating the next week and we actually didn't have sex for 6 weeks. But that's not
6 weeks?
That's not a fun story.
If I say I went to go get bread into the store, it came back here.
It's not interesting.
But if I say I went downstairs and the crackhead almost slapped me, I was like, oh, I slapped him back, grabbed the bread, stole that motherfucker.
just,
You got to hype it up a little bit.
Exaggerated a little bit.
So yeah, I did end up fucking that nigga.
Yeah.
And
But it
yeah,
wasn't a week
was
later.
because he winked at me across the room. I forgot about the nigga I was with and I was like,
Hold on, talking about you was with a guy
Yeah,
already?
it was a whole thing.
And
It's a
then
whole
you
thing.
and then
It's a whole thing.
So how did you get the number though if you was with the guy?
everybody has Instagram. And everybody knows who you are.
That's a
so.
fact.
Yo, listen, this all triggers my PTSD and why I have trust issues.
Yeah, you got to
You
lay it
don't-
down, bro.
Listen,
trust
I've been in
issues.
promoting, so you don't have deeper trust issues than me.
I don't know. Being a DJ, especially a traveling DJ, I've seen some wild stuff.
Well, then
Like
nigga, she should have trust issues
I've
with
like,
you. You a
I've
traveling
like
DJ.
seen like guys deal with women who had husbands and stuff like that, or seen girls come
I've
behind.
had a nigga in
leave
my
they
I've had a
in
nigga
the
in my
crowd.
bedroom on his knees crying.
With a wedding ring.
Okay.
Crying with the wait, what? He's married. And he's on your knees
Let's
crying.
talk about
Nigga,
this.
years
Let's
ago,
actually- no.
ago, Jazz had somebody on the phone arguing with her while he had a whole girl. Am I lying?
Correct.
This gives me trust issues. This is why I can't trust anyone.
Trust. These are the niggas doing it.
Nah.
Everybody fucked up
To
in the
me,
head, bro. Let it go.
it hurts more when a woman does it because she has a reason. You feel what I'm saying? She's not just doing this for no reason.
Say that one more. Hold on,
Because she has a
hold on.
reason.
Let's
like,
let me
like
get
there's
to,
like a reason
repeat
you
yourself
doing
one
it.
more time.
I said the reason sometimes like men sometimes like do things because they like short-term thinkers. They're not even thinking this girl might know this girl who might know my girl.
So
They're
y'all
like,
just gotta get your dick wet.
Right here.
You gotta get your dick wet. So you're gonna get your dick wet.
Right
okay,
here.
Okay. But
And
you're saying
with
for
women, it's like you have a reason and it's more like planned out.
Cap.
And it's more like strategy to it.
Women
It's
go.
definitely strategy.
It's women go.
You think a woman knows that you like
think
that's
every
your
woman
friend,
thinks it's
and
whole
she goes
fucking
directly
strategy?
to him?
You don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
I think they have strategy to it.
You giving them more motherfucking power than you
I'm
think,
telling
bro.
you.
And Jazz,
This is why you don't know. And strategy could be them chastising men for communicating about sex. So now no man talks about sex. And then they could do whatever they want with us having a conversation.
look, bro.
Then one day me and you drunk and we're like, yo, whoa, you know this girl? And you like, yeah, I had sex with her last week. And I'm looking like, what?
nigga, you putting the
And
pussy.
now we chatty patties.
You putting the pussy on the pedestal.
Nah, they smart, bro. They got it.
You-
Jazz,
you-
do you have strategy, yes or no?
Women are smarter than us, yes, when it comes to cheating. But as far as a whole little,
Let the culprit talk.
It's more so women have the power.
Let the culprit talk.
Before she gonna clear all this up. She gonna clear, let me just get my rocks
Yeah,
off. real quick.
God.
Like women,
Not rocks off.
you're right. But like, look at women do have a better strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Most, but don't say all, because some women say, "Know what? I seen that nigga. I want that nigga. I'm gonna get that nigga."
Yes, I agree. But the process of getting the nigga ain't just, hey, what's going on? And she's not thinking of all the parameters, how I could get back to her, how they interact. She's thinking of it in the entire scope when we're not even thinking that far. We're like, it's vagina right here in front of me. I don't care about nothing.
I done
She's
fucked some
planning everything.
adventurous hoes. Then
And it would never get out.
Oh, because I won't say shit.
Bro, that's part of the mind game that I'm talking about.
Because they know I ain't no snitch.
They silenced us. Women have silenced us.
They were a nigga that he ain't my boy, but I knew of him.
Yo, bro, women have silenced us. Women can go online tomorrow after getting sex and put the meme up with their hair messed up in a bun. We can't say we had sex last night. We tried these patties. You think we could talk about us dealing with women together?
Well, niggas been
We're
doing
chatty
that since high
patties.
school.
And then they go to the nail salon or hair salon and they having a whole Venn diagram.
I want them to do that. That's called a referral.
They got us good. They got us in the 360 deal. Jazz.
You think you ain't fuck? So you never fucked
there strategy
you never
to
fucked a girl's friend.
A girl's friend?
You never fucked none of the homegirls.
But I'm telling you, there was strategy to it on her end.
No, she put it out there, and they said, "I want to see what that's like." That's called referral. And then that's how motherfuckers girls start breaking off. They break off a fucking birthday dinners and referrals.
Nah. Sometimes you might get sent that way.
I had
Sometimes
one.
she send that-
Somebody did send me that
Sometimes
way.
she might send her friend that way,
did send
so she can
send a girl
send
my way. Yeah.
So she could try your friend.
Oh,
It's
no.
a trade off.
No, she sent a girl my way, and I fucked her. And then they both pulled up to me at the bar. I was like, we both fucked. We might as well just go fuck it all together. So okay, let's go.
You
And
live an interesting life, bro. You live a good
I
life.
used to hang out with strippers and porn stars. So
I want to hear about the strategy,
And I'll shut
Jazz.
Well, the strategy in terms of
Do women have strategy when you guys are doing? I'm gonna say more like promiscuous type of activities. So, perfect example, if you were trying to deal with a guy and you trying to deal with his friend, you would have some strategy.
So if I was dealing with a guy
And
and,
you
I
really
also
wanted his
wanted to deal
friend.
with his friend,
Yeah.
ooh.
that's a little too close to home.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
kind of
I need
tight. Yeah.
I mean, I've done that shit.
What
on
if it's like
purpose.
the outer circle? So maybe not. In
Okay,
the inner,
yeah.
Like one circle.
So
out.
this is the other thing that I will say. Like I have close guy friends.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of shit like, but that's the other thing. A lot of niggas be moving kind of crazy. Like
bro.
I don't know.
We do.
Like a lot of niggas
I'm not denying that.
Yeah, a lot of niggas be moving crazy. And I said this on our own show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of your favorite niggas be DMing, texting, calling other niggas about you, checking up, doing their due diligence.
Bruh,
You know,
everybody does it. Who doesn't do that though?
That ain't P
I
for
don't.
me. That's not P. Yeah.
When I mean that, I'm talking about like sexes.
What do you mean?
Like what sex doesn't do that?
No,
So you never checked on a guy, like did some research?
Research in terms of like, did my homegirl fuck him?
Yeah.
That's
and
no
what's up
research.
with this?
So that's
what's
not
up?
research. I would know if my homegirl fucked him.
if your homegirl fucked him and you wanted to fuck him, you wouldn't give a shit.
So anybody that any of my homegirls have fucked, like genuinely
Yeah.
give a fuck
Okay, hold
about
on.
fucking.
Okay, give a fuck
And that-
about
and
fuck.
That's-
There it
that's-
is, right there,
that's-
there it is, right
that's-
there,
that's-
there it is.
You see
That's
that?
what I mean. The strategy.
Genuinely give
Come on,
a,
like,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys have that motherfucker because I know my boys. If it's like we always say, you can't save them all. You only save one.
We give each other 2 weeks.
No, I say I don't do that 2 week shit. I was like, yo, if you actually fuck with this girl and love her, I would never touch her. Like, even if I break up, I'm good.
Me and my friends, if we know you like a girl,
but if you just hitting the girl, I'm like, nigga, I'm
like,
hit.
do you love her?
Yes.
Like, and love doesn't really mean like love. It's like you want to keep, you want to keep her. And if a guy say no, it's like, yo, you got 2 weeks to figure out what you want to do with her, and then you got to put her back in the pond.
I get that, yeah.
So that way we don't ever argue about.
I get that.
2 weeks, I never had a number. I was just like, hey, you don't fuck with her, man. She's hanging around me.
I'm telling you. But that's the strategy I'm talking about. She's hanging around.
Even if
she's liking pictures.
And even if
that
guy say he loves her, or even whatever we call love,
yeah,
it could be 10 years later. I'm not gonna touch her, bro. I'm good because you actually was fucking with her like that. I'm cool. I'm just gonna fuck her friends.
So you never had a situation where somebody like dealt with a woman that you liked, and you told them?
Actually, no. Hold up. Go back. Let me go back to college in my mind.
Nah, college don't
that
count.
Doesn't count.
College
oh, after college?
Everybody was a whore in
after college? I was a I was a
nobody
whore.
wasn't a whore.
Remember, I was in go-go band, so I was a whore in college and whore after college.
And I was DJing for Shot Glizzy in college, so
we were all whores.
We had platinum records.
I mean, you had platinum records, but I was street platinum.
That counts.
I was a two mic in the go-go band. I was like, nigga, give me. Oh, I'm getting all the ratchet pussy. Like the big girls, small girls, don't matter.
Listen, yo, well, I want to revert back on before we continue. The show, March 16th.
Yeah, March 16th at Union Stage.
Union Stage, Wharf, $25 tickets online. Some of the topics that we talking about.
Oh, we figured that out today.
Oh, so there's no script. This is just.
So this is the other thing I think people have to realize. Like, and I will say this from being in television, like the Kelly and who's our co-host right now? It used to be Kelly and Regis. Yeah. So they never talked back when it was Kathy Lee. Mm-hmm. They always said we did not talk until we got on set.
Yep.
Like Skip Bayless and Shannon.
Shannon Sharp. Yep.
So this is the same with me and Walt. Like we talk every day, but we don't talk about until we're on set.
What you got?
Yeah.
Okay,
and so that way,
what you got?
Like, and that's why our show works the way it is, because we are having our genuine conversations.
And that's why I thought last week we could have had more, but we talked about all that shit.
What are you talking about?
Because like we could have talked about that dude from Philly that's a rapper.
Yeah.
We could have talked about all that.
What dude from Philly that's a rapper?
You don't know his name.
I don't know.
But
his
name, he's just blowing up.
Yeah.
But like he just dropped the project. It's pretty good. Project's good though.
Project's actually good. Yeah,
Project's Philly rapper.
Like the project, he got a 5-year 4.
It's a good project.
And Future on that bitch. That shit
got
hard.
It's got some bangers
like
on
nigga,
it.
I'll pay $50 to see him.
But even to that point around like
we were driving to Philly and we talked about everything.
Yeah.
So when we saw each other again, I was like, when I was listening back to the show, I'm like, we done skipped a lot of shit.
Are there some things that y'all wouldn't touch?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, again, and we always talk about this little outside circle is small, and we outside. So if I were to really tell you niggas
certain stories, like our stories, when we talk about in the car, I know it's like an inside thing. It's like I know not to bring that up. It's like I don't even ask her. Like, okay, she brought this up to me and she confided to me. I'm not going to pull her car. Same thing when I bring up the situations in my life. Except for that one time when the Ravens lost and somebody texted me and I was like,
yeah, that's why I put this Ravens jersey on for
I'm
you today.
It's for him. Yeah.
It was like three. It was like not 3 dudes that she dealt with, but it was 3 different dudes. One dude liked her. One dude, actually 2 of them liked her. And one dude.
So you know you're doing what you say.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna pull your car right now. The Ravens.
Because the thing is, we're friends, right? So he knows like a little inside tea on some of y'all favorite people, because some of y'all favorite people be.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I want to know some tea.
You want to wreck me?
I want to know some tea.
I would never. What's the? Oh, you ain't watched Dune. You gotta watch Dune.
I have to watch Dune.
Yeah, I'm going to see the movies again this weekend. You better watch it so we can go see it.
It's on Hulu, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see Dune 2.
I want to know some tea.
Somebody, yeah, I would rather. I need a headline. I would rather die than talk.
I need a headline. Somebody in the Ravens getting pegged.
I would rather die than talk.
Is that what happened? Huh? Somebody in the Ravens getting pegged.
One of y'all favorites was passed out naked in my bathroom.
Somebody with a Raven was passed out naked in Jazz's bathroom.
But it was just somebody. We ain't gonna say team
Drake
or sport.
Okay.
He said Drake is crazy.
I'm looking for
it might have been real. And so like it was so what I'm saying.
One of y'all favorites was passed out naked.
You see how I pick on one person?
You got to give us some grace, man.
You see how I pick on one person? But I would never say the DC rapper because I'm like, no,
I
got to walk around these streets.
Yes.
I'm not.
Absolutely. And I gotta
I'm
go to
never
work.
say Shy Glizzy. I
Like, I
gotta
gotta
walk
go to
around
work.
these streets.
I like
Shy's my
Shy.
guy.
I
Don't
love
worry.
Shy.
No, I have
We're
a
gonna have
story
Shy on
about
here.
Shy.
Well,
I have a story about Shy.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it is.
All right,
It was
let's give a
super
good. Give me a.
funny.
He
give
asked
me
on
a
top of her
good.
head.
Oh, but don't tell my
What?
fucking story.
Tell it.
What did
Okay.
Shy Glizzy do?
So we were
Don't get my man canceled.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
no, no. It was
Go
a
ahead.
good story. It's a good story. So we were at a venue. I was in a venue in D.C., a popular venue.
Rose Bar. Go
Not
ahead.
that one.
Okay.
And I was at, promo table, but I like to
You know what I'm
do what I
saying?
do. So I went to go to the table where my friend was, who happened to, have a table. Now, when I walk to this table, I kind of look around, and it's all men. But I'm like, all right, well,
You know what it is.
whatever, like, whatever. So he's like, the guy's like, come stand here. It's like right under him. So I'm like, all right, cool, I stand there. So I'm standing, and then out of nowhere, like, and this is before I started smoking, there's like weed, like, coming down on me, and I'm like, weed, that's kind of weird. Okay. Whatever. And then like 2-3 minutes later, I'm getting like backwoods falling like down.
What the
like
fuck?
I'm like, what the
Y'all
fuck
definitely
is
in Rose
going
Bar.
on? No,
Because
we
Rose
weren't.
Bar, it got
We were not there. And so then I look up and I see a young man above my head rolling up. And he's, doing his thing and, throwing the stuff. And I'm like, the fuck? So I say to my friend, I'm like, yo, I don't know who this is. But he keeps, like, I got to get up there. And he says to me kind of quiet, he's like, yo, chill. And I'm like, you know me, I'm full princess.
Yeah, you
brat
going up.
mode.
You going up.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, this nigga drop it. Like, I need to get up.
Yeah.
So he pulls me up, and I'm next to the person who's, rolling an ash on my head. And I kind of looked at him, and I was like, ugh.
Whatever.
Shy.
Oh, man.
That's your boy.
I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf of Glizzy.
So then, look.
No. It is,
So my homeboy was like, yo,
it's
like,
good.
say what's up. So I'm like, so I literally, I'm in full brat mode. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hi.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, like, I'm
Ashing on
like,
my
hey,
head.
whatever. And he looks at me, he says, it keeps going. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like,
You gotta get shot at Tequila Talk.
I don't know who you
Listen.
think you
She gotta tell the
are.
story again.
Don't worry, we'll get him here.
Like, I don't know
Listen,
who you
what
think
people
you
don't know
are.
about Shy is, like, Shy is hilarious when you next to him.
Exactly.
I
He was so
believe
cool.
it. I can
Yeah.
believe it.
He
So
was
when you
so
next to him,
cool.
all he do is joke.
He's a December
Meek
birthday
is the
like me.
same way.
He's a
Exactly.
Sagittarius
When
like
you
me.
next
He,
to them,
was just, he
they're
literally
hilarious.
just looked at me and was like, and I was like,
Because in his mind, he like, I got you up here, so you good.
Like, nigga,
Exactly.
you next to me, bitch.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, we good.
we
And so
partying. The
then-
ball about to come. You gonna be okay.
And he thinking of people
I had
recording.
to, so then, like, now I'm at the table,
Yeah.
right? And so then it kind of hits me. I look around and I'm like, wait, one of these is not like the other.
Yeah.
And it's me. So I'm like, where am I exactly? Like, what's
In
going
Rose Bar.
on?
What club is this again?
We ain't gonna say
Somewhere else?
clubs.
No, I was not in
You
Rose.
see, we don't say names, man. You
We
ain't gonna
can't
get to
say
say
I
names
know,
no more.
exactly.
Can I say names no more?
So look, before we get out of here, I want y'all to do something for me. I want you
Yeah.
to say something nice about Jazz. And I want Jazz to say something nice
Jazz
about
is
you.
the most intelligent,
Thank you.
understanding, patient, and well versed person that one of the well versed persons I've known. Like, she has dealt with me and my bitch fits. She's seen my bitch fits. Am I lying? She's seen the bitch fits. Like, everybody says I'm cool and just laugh a lot, but I could become a whole whore in the fucking text messages
know.
and be a bitch.
We know.
She's seen that. She accepted the apologies. She has grown to be one of the best people in my life.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that's going to be a clip. Clip that. What's the time on this? Hey, Jazz, you got to say something nice
She's
about
never
her.
heard me say that shit. So I'm always like,
Oh, yeah. So Walt is definitely someone who say one nice thing about Walt. What I really appreciate most about Walt is his optimistic personality. Walt is 100% glass half full. I'm negative. I'm anxious. I tend to dwell. I tend to get stuck. Walt is very forward thinking. He's very much, all right. Let's move on. How to make this better? How do we do that? Walt has also taught me a lot about being social. Like I said, it's hard for me. People always tease me and say hashtag be social, but it's a push. It really is a push. And Walt has really encouraged me, shown me, protected me outside, and encouraged me to really relax, be myself, have fun, not be so serious, and know like you're good, like it's fine. And that's something that I always say I admire about Walt is he has such like a positive deposition. So
I love that, man. March 16th, we're back.
Stage.
Union Stage.
I'm gonna have strippers.
Wharf.
now we have one more thing we gotta address. We
What?
have the
The what?
tweet. We gotta talk about that shit.
Oh yeah, before you got like
Yeah,
3 more minutes
Go.
left.
Yeah.
So recently, y'all just went on Twitter, and I think I amplified it a
I don't
little
want to
bit.
talk about it no more because I already got in
Jazz
trouble.
and Walt
I
decided
don't
to
want-
go out for drinks.
I don't want.
Y'all went out for
I don't want my
drinks.
peoples to get in more trouble.
Y'all went out for
No,
drinks.
let's mark this time. Mark this time. Go ahead.
Y'all went out for drinks recently.
Yeah.
Y'all got the bill. Who paid the bill, by the way?
Who do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I played myself. You paid for the bill. Y'all had a margarita.
Yeah.
And it's a tequila gimlet, which is like a little lime juice and tequila.
And so what I will say also is I always order a skinny margarita. So it's a handmade margarita.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not mixed.
So y'all got the bill. The bill was $73 and like 64 cents for 2 drinks. It set the internet on fire.
Yeah, it did.
Everybody's complaining about DC prices. You guys
But
like the
this
poster
happens every
child.
3 months, though.
Yes.
It's not. I'm not the only person that posts shit like this.
This is my thing though. I agree because one, I saw the receipt. It was $24 for the drink,
Yes.
$11 for the service fee,
Yes.
plus the tax,
Yes.
and then they gave you at least a courtesy on the top of the receipt with a stamp.
Oh no, $25 for a drink and $3 to add the margarita mix.
to make it a margarita.
Do y'all know y'all the poster child of
I did not know.
not everybody's using the receipt in the conversation?
No, they were doing that before me.
No. This
No,
is it
it's
now.
ours. It's ours.
This is it.
I seen Baker do it. I seen other people do
No,
it.
no,
So I'm
no,
at Baker.
No. This is it.
Yeah, fuck, I shot myself in the foot on
This
that
is
one.
it.
So no. I will say this about that. Like, and for those of us who are outside, there has to be some meeting in the middle. Because again, it's very, very hard for me as someone who's in nightlife,
Yeah.
who's of a certain
too.
age. I can't invite my friends out for a $35 margarita.
Imagine being
I
a single man.
I feel. Actually, you know what? Shout out to my boy Marquise that we met in Philly. He already knows I'm talking about the taller one that was with me, and he was like, "This is what is like dating out here." Because I'm like, I know
imagine
in
being a
DC.
single man.
And
That's
so
just
this
one
is,
round.
And this is the thing, right? Like, as we said, Walt and I don't date.
Yeah.
So at least I kind of felt like, well, shit, Walt ain't even gonna get no fucking boozy after this shit. I'm gonna have to send him like $10 or
Listen.
something on it.
Like,
That's one
if
round.
I had a girl with me that I'm trying to hit,
You at least
I gotta get
210.
3 rounds.
Yeah, that's 210, 220, 230 right there.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
not even no food.
That's
But then I
that's
will also say
a
this.
$250 bill.
I think
But
there
no,
has
we have
to
to come.
be.
We got to bring back the good
need the drink
$20 drink
specials.
parties.
I remember
The 50
$2 Tuesdays at Stadium.
Well, maybe not $2, but there
2 for
has
one
to
drink.
be.
Or when we had Marvin's like I was getting top like down who you at Marvin's $12-$15. Let's go.
It's getting
All right,
outrageous. It's
And,
getting
and I
outrageous.
think that the other thing about it is
We gotta
like
figure it out.
it's two-pronged, right? It's very, very hard to sell us, even us who are mid-30s who make good money. I ain't paying no fucking $30 margarita.
You know how much a Casamigos a bottle is in the club?
Yeah, I
Like
don't want to know.
$600.
Well, we
don't
know
wanna-
that
But
the
more than
tax
that-
and the
hold on,
bottles
hold
are
on,
crazy.
hold on.
$600.
More than that, it makes it hard for everyone to do their job. It makes it hard for everyone to do their job because it's a hard sell to, where we were actually celebrating somebody's birthday. We were working with brands that we know, partners that we know, but it is a hard sell to get people out at that price point. It's also a hard sell to, again, whatever the service charge
bartender.
is
Dates.
and post-COVID, whatever, our service charge was over $10 for 2 drinks. Now,
Crazy.
whatever you would tip for 2 drinks, again, whatever you would tip to 2 drinks to $11 is probably within a couple of dollars, but it's to your discretion. There has to be a meeting in the middle because if people are already kind of on edge about coming out in DC,
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you this.
Carjacking.
There's
Yeah.
no,
the
there's
breaking
no
the windows.
party. There's no show. There's no new product. There's no anything that is worth my life and my livelihood.
No.
There is very few that's worth getting the tent put back on my back window
Real talk.
for any of that. I ain't gonna hold you. And certainly not a $35 margarita.
That's that.
So there has to be a
stay in
bridge
Merlin.
in the middle where we can meet because it is hard for us. It is
This
hard
is
for
why
us
they
in
take it
nightlife.
down.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
It's hard for us in nightlife to invite folks out, have fun, party with us. We old as hell, so we don't like to come out the house by 9 o'clock anyway. But we're out. You want us to either take a $100 Uber
Crazy.
or you want us to valet for
And you know I'm Uber
20,
short.
Yeah.
30, 40, $50, or you want us to garage it, and then you want us to pay $30 for a margarita when I can have an entree is hard. There has to be some meeting in the middle. And on top of that, you also have to understand, this is how all of us make money.
Facts.
This is how we all make money outside. We make money outside, right? Yeah. So we have an event coming up that we want to be able to bring our folks somewhere where they don't feel like they're getting smacked over their head. So we don't have $30
margaritas at Union Stage.
No,
I'm sorry.
I said we have
Union Stage is
no. We have regular
prices,
but we want to,
regular inflation prices.
Perfect. I understand that.
We have a presence. We have a crowd. We are able to do things.
We have
and
we want to pouring people up.
Exactly. We want to bring people to your venue, but it has to be a meeting in the middle. Like I said, we have a show coming up right now. We are 100% excited to work with venues, but we have to give. We're bringing a huge crowd with us. We're bringing over 300 people with us. Your bar is going to go crazy. So yeah, it actually does behoove you to work with us. It actually does say, hey, what is the price point here? We get it. We are in the industry. We are in the industry.
It's greed, man.
So we know how much the shit costs. We know on the back end, but at the same time, we're trying to make this work for everybody. Like, yeah, okay, the tweet went viral. It's not, hey, whatever, whoever, we didn't diss, we didn't do anything, but we can certainly understand from a business perspective, it's not a good look. It's just like, well, but at the same time, this is an opportunity to say, hey, these are the people that have a huge platform in DC. Wherever they go, a lot of people are coming with them. They have a huge event that's happening at an odd time. This is actually a chance to tap in and connect with them and see what we can do to try and make the situation a little better. Instead of saying, well, it's a lot of heat on it right now, we just want to be done.
Yeah.
And what day was that?
I mean, March 16th.
Saturday.
Yeah. We're gonna be doing something. We're gonna figure it out. But
we'll be fine.
It's nightlife. I mean, we all do. I mean, honestly, and it's not. I want to clarify. We're not dissing the people that put on the event that we came to.
Oh no, of course
absolutely not. Because it's not just that venue. It's a bunch of venues
because they are promoters.
Yeah,
they are event coordinators.
They're just doing their job.
They can't say, hey, we need the price to be this.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Nobody can.
The price is what the price is. So we're not dissing. I just wanted to clarify that. That's all I wanted to clarify. But, I mean, it makes it hard for them.
But we have to do better.
But shout out to them, though. It makes it hard for them, too. Because they're trying to tell everybody, like, hey, come fuck with us. And everybody fucks with them. And, like, we get there, like, I mean, we're going to pay. But it's kind of like, damn, I guess there's only one drink tonight.
I'm telling you.
Because it does put people in the position of, like me and Walt are friends, right? I went to the bar. My other friend ordered 7 reposado lemon shots.
$220.
Shit. No.
How much?
No, about 3. 3.
6 shots is $300?
No. He ordered 7.
7.
Lemon drops. Martini.
$300?
Yeah. 7.
Yo, DC, we have a state of emergency. We have to fix this. Because Dayton is crazy. Imagine going
and that was the other thing.
That spot is an expensive spot.
That's why I don't take nobody home.
It's an expensive spot.
I don't take nobody out.
And that's what
but you gotta know the spots where you know a bartender, or you gotta know the spots where you could get the prices for a little bit.
And then that's also has come up in conversation. Like, is a guy not worth whatever because he can't buy you 2 drinks at dinner, and drinks are $28 a pop? Like,
for a night on the town, I can take you to Disney World. For a night on the town, we can go to Cancun. That $300, we could have went to Cancun.
That's a flight.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's a flight.
For a night, if I want to take you to a Wizards game dinner with drinks, that's Jamaica.
Yeah.
Legit. Wizards tickets, how much Wizards tickets gonna go for?
$5 now. They trash.
Nah, stop it. What if you want to be like in them suites?
Oh, they're.
I saw Jazz in the suites one day. I was sitting somewhere.
And don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I be on good dates. You know what I'm saying? I be on good dates.
I said, oh, Jazz got the suite. He got her the sweet. There was 3 of them though. So I didn't know if she was on a date or not. I said she good.
You saw. I
said
she good. You right. There were 3 of us.
I don't know if she's on a date right now. It could be this is the friend.
That's how you roll. That's how you roll.
That's the strategy I was talking about. Women good at what they do. But Tequila Talk, Jazz, and Walter, I appreciate you guys for being here.
You gonna call me Walter right now?
Because we had an adult conversation. It wasn't all that. It's so that we can, like you said, see behind the curtain, and people can fall in love with you just for your upbringing, everything y'all been through. They can see how y'all deal with it mental. Some people probably didn't even know you had a daughter today, and they learned that about you. And some people probably didn't know you could be serious, Walt. And they learned that about you today.
I mean, if you know me in real life,
people don't. Everybody don't.
Yeah,
but Yeah, and people. And if you know me in real life, you know I don't like to talk to people.
Yeah, see? So I just want to show people a different side of you guys so they can fall deeper in love with you and get ready
Thank
for
you
March
so
16th.
much. And that's
March
what I
16th.
will also say. Like, you know, we have a platform for sure, but we don't get invited nowhere.
Yeah,
People
you
Come
actually,
on.
You and your second podcast that have invited us to be a guest.
Invite Tequila Podcast
You
to
can
y'all
invite
events.
us. We take separate bookings.
Y'all want
we
the
take group
influencer?
bookings.
Oh, we got to stop this. It's Tequila Talk.
What I said?
Tequila Podcast.
My fault. Tequila Podcast. Tequila Talk Podcast. But yeah, get them the influencer list. Y'all need to be in them gifting suites. Y'all need to be y'all need more festivals for you guys.
Oh.
Roots Picnic. Y'all need a booking for Roots Picnic. Live Nation, holla at Tequila Talk.
We're booked, but we can't say what.
Oh, y'all can't say it.
We can't say it yet.
Oh.
We got something coming up.
Okay.
We got something coming up. We can't say
It's a
yet.
festival?
It's a festival.
It's here?
No,
I ain't gonna say what
we
you going. I
can't
ain't gonna say nothing yet.
All right. It's in Philly?
I ain't gonna say nothing yet.
We
It's
are
in New
very-
York?
Come, why you trying to get
I want a headline.
Hey, look, they told
I
us.
rub feet. I rub feet. I gave y'all my
Hey,
sexual
look, we
assault
got the
story.
email. The
Oh,
emails.
shoot. While I'm here, let me plug. I got an OnlyFans.
You got an OnlyFans?
She show her feet, yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a PG-13 OnlyFans.
Okay, it's
Shows
all
her
feet.
feet.
It's all feet.
It's
Well,
all
I appreciate
feet
you.
and
I
like,
appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to the announcement.
Yeah.
Whatever
March 16th,
festival
March
y'all
16th,
doing.
March
We got
16th.
another-
March
we got more
16th,
stuff coming.
Union Stage, $25 tickets. Don't be one of those people that ask for a free ticket, please. If you love them, if you fuck with them.
Oh, I'm about to
buy
Stone Cold
a
stun
ticket.
all y'all.
Buy a ticket. Buy a ticket. Don't be that person. Once again, thank y'all for coming and just sharing y'all
you.
story so that the people who are already inspired, they can be more inspired
Thank
and kind of follow what y'all got going on. And shout out to, even though it's all Remy Martin in
Oh, yeah,
here.
shout out to Remy
Shout out
Martin.
to Remy.
Shout out to
Studio.
Remy Martin, man.
Shout out to
Hey, we
Remy
ain't got no
Martin.
sponsor right now. Shout out to Remy Martin.
Oh, y'all don't got no sponsor?
No, we do have a liquor sponsor. Don't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
But y'all need one for the show, though.
No, we have a sponsor for the show.
For the live show, yes, we have a sponsor. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I'm talking about period, like for the show, period, for Tequila Talk.
Oh, no, not for our...
Exactly.
Somebody out there in the world.
I mean,
Somebody in the world, please sign them. Once again, that was a flow show
we
here.
got people we support,
Where?
though. We got some people that we support.
Nah,
for
they
the
need to cut a
brands.
check. Y'all need a check. Y'all need a check. If you're a tequila
shout
company
out.
out there, we need a check for Tequila Talk Podcast. You got to claim it. I'm saying I'm putting it
Oh,
right
no,
there.
you're right. But shout out to people that show us love.
Yeah, but we
bring
need
the
a
bottles.
check.
I mean, bottle, ain't nothing free in America. People deliver cases of bottles, things of that nature, brands that just try and build up.
bro.
Not one of these
If
brands.
you're
but
not going to
brands
ask
that try and
for
build
it,
up.
if you're not going to ask for it, it's not going to come, bro.
Right, though.
Ask for it.
I'm a nice
Get them
guy.
a check. They need a check.
Yeah, Walt don't be asking for shit. I'm always asking for shit. So brands reach out to us. Walt,
Please.
I'm like, that's why I
I'm
think
trying to be
that-
nice right now.
No,
No.
I think that's where our partnership works well. Like Walt always is like, oh, I don't want to, and I'm like, no, nigga, press them.
Let's go.
Press them.
They need a check.
Amen.
They need
Yeah,
a
we
check.
do.
Tequilas, holla at my people. Thank y'all for coming to the Flow Show live at the Movement
Good.
Studios. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm new to all of this at youtube.com at Flow Show Network. Follow us on Instagram at Flow Show Network. You can follow me on my social media, personal one at It's DJ Flow. Yours is
Walk.
And I'm
Walk
Jazz
Like
Cooper.
Walk and Jazz Cooper.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for coming once again. I'm excited for this announcement that you're about
I'm
to
just saying,
tell me.
Flow is the best DJ in the world.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's the truth.
I'll
It's the
top
truth.
5.
Nah, it's the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. Peace. We out of here.
Bye, guys.
All right.